It's your boy J-Dog, bruh. And 326 wrapped up, man. And to be honest, it didn't look like a pay-per-view card. It had a bunch of good-looking fights that I was like, these could be bangers. And then it went back to not a good fight card, technically. Personally. But we're going to quickly go through these fights really quick. But then I'm going to break down what fight should be next for only the fighters on the main card. Because I got a couple... I think I cooked up a couple good fights, I'll be honest. But really quick. This is going to be really quick. Oh, I went 5-7 on predictions. I did horrible. And I got the first three early prelims wrong. So, Luke Fernandez versus Rodolfo Bellato. I picked Luke Fernandez. Rodolfo knocked him out in the second round. Bro has no chin. I actually slept through this one. I didn't see it. My brother said it was super boring. This guy was super boring. And I picked this guy because he's not good. But apparently he's not that good. Rafael's not that good either. I picked Jesus. I really had a lot of faith in him. But Sumadarji just beat him. I didn't see this fight either, though. But yeah, that happened. And I was still asleep when this fight happened. So I got those three wrong. Got this one right. Apparently he was cheating a lot. I didn't watch the fight. I still haven't watched the fight. I got that one wrong. No, I got this one right, sorry. I got this one right. Tercios, what the piss. Bro, I picked Johnson. I got it right. But how the piss are you going to A, a split decision, and B... No, A, how are you going to a decision with Brundage? B, how is it a split? That's what I meant. Yeah, man. Brundage, and he fought Sadiq Dumas before that. He got the two low guys. I'm actually really rooting for Sadiq Dumas in his next fight, but because he's so funny. If you guys watch Jaden Cable, he's hilarious on Jaden Cable's channel. So I really like him. Anyway, this guy's gonna get fraud checked by some guys soon. Literally anyone. Someone in like the top 30, like not super close to the rankings, but someone in like the top 30 is gonna fraud check him. This fight, really weird. Technically, Zhao Long won. Technically, 29-28, but he did kick Garbrandt in the balls a couple times, and so he got 2 points taken away. So Garbrandt won overall. Technically, he won one round. It was 2 rounds to 1, but the point deduction gave him the win. So it was a goofy fight, but hey. We will all take a Cody Garbrandt win. And the main card, these were performance of the night, valid, great finishes. This was a finish, so good performance of the night. And this was a finish, so he got performance of the night. Anyway, yeah, really quick, I guess. Rodriguez gets his get back, literally chins Ferreira within the first minute 47. That's crazy. And he literally did it wasn't like a clean KO. It was literally like a little bop. That's literally what Ferreira did to Rodriguez. First time, bang, and it just hit him and shut him down. Rodriguez hit him with like a bing, and it just shut him down too, bro. Crazy. Drew Dober's not beating the allegations. Oh, I got this one wrong, by the way. I got this one right though. Drew Dober knocks out Michael Johnson. He lost the first round. Wasn't looking like it was gonna be going his way, and he just pulls the KO in the second round. What the piss is this? I actually picked Rob Font, which I feel like... I don't know if that's a valid pick, but Roses Jr. holds him down. Said he wanted to get the knockout, but literally held him down. The control time for him was crazy. Super boring. We're going to talk about these guys in a second. Barallo versus DeRitter. They gave it all 30-27 Barallo. I thought DeRitter won the second round clearly, so I thought it would be a 29-28 Barallo. But also the third round I felt like was a bit close. So I honestly could see it being like a 29-27, 29-28 DeRitter based on the second round and the third round. But I think it was a 29-28 Barallo. But I can't believe they actually didn't give DeRitter a single round. All of the judges. That's insane. But I got this one wrong. I picked DeRitter. And I picked Max Holloway. I thought the best was blessed. But Dubronx comes out and shuts down Max's game plan by... I mean, honestly, for the small exchanges we got on the feet, which was very, very low, Oliveira did do better on the feet, so I'll give him that. He did win the striking, but it was very short, and Oliveira just held him down the whole time. We're gonna get into this. I'm not gonna yap about it too much. But, anyways. Oh, piss. 1 second. I'm literally a brain dead. I did this wrong. Hold up. I'm dumb. Okay, there we go. Okay, started off. How do I do this? React. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Where do I want to put myself? Up here. Gregor Rodriguez. What's next for Rodriguez? Well, he's number 13. I think he should go up in the rankings now. He just fought below the rankings twice, beating Kopylov and Bruno Ferreira, so below him. I think he should get a jump up in the rankings. Oh, wait, what the piss? I just realized my mic's so far away from me, so you guys probably didn't even hear me that clearly. I'm brain dead. Regardless, here we go now. I think I have 2 opponents for him. There's a couple I have 2 opponents as a cop-out, so my bad. Oh, come on. I think they should do the rematch between him and Jared Cannonier. He was doing good in the first Cannonier fight, and just Cannonier beat him down in the 3rd round and then got the finish in the 4th. Rodriguez was super tired. So I think they could run this back. I think they might run this back. This is not the fight I really want, but I could see them running this back because Cannonier's 41 now, I think, or coming up to 41. And he's like ranked number 9. They're probably like, we'll just give him this guy, try and get the rematch, beat him, and get ranked up. Cannonier can go down the rankings and we can cut him soon because he's just getting older, you know what I mean? But realistically, what would I want? I honestly think they would do, I think they should do Rodriguez versus Robert Whittaker. Holy piss. Rob's on a 2-fight lose streak now, I think. The Hamzat one and the DeRitter one. So I think they should do Rodriguez versus Whittaker possibly. Yeah, I think that's a decent fight. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But we move on. Next up, Bruno Ferreira. Wow. My bad, guys. I'm like brain dead. I can't I gotta move my camera now. Because I literally can't place these guys where they're supposed to be. Who should Bruno Ferreira fight? Low-key, listen, hear me out, dude. This could low-key be a banger. I think they do Bruno Ferreira versus Michelle Oleksiejczuk. Oleksiejczuk's coming off of that fight of the night, which I don't know if it was a fight of the night, to be honest, but it was a banger fight. I think there was another one on that card where I thought that should have been fight of the night. But, yeah, dude, I think this would be a banger striker match. I don't think Oleksiejczuk's, I don't know what his grappling's like, to be honest. I don't remember too much. But I think this would be a banger stand-up fight, striking. And, yeah, it's someone outside of the... I don't know if Bruno Ferreira is ranked 15. I don't know if he's going to keep that ranking off of this loss because he beat Vettori, who is low-ranked, and he loses to number 13. So they might kick him out of the rankings. They might keep him in. I don't know. But if they keep him in, I say give Oleksiejczuk, the number 15 guy, as a shot at the rankings. Or if they're both unranked, I think this is a pretty dang good unranked fight, like headlining the prelims. And if we're like really struggling, maybe the opener of a pay-per-view wouldn't be horrible. It shouldn't be high up on a pay-per-view thing, but I think it could at least be like top of the prelims of or main card of a fight night, or like main top card of the prelims. All right, well that's those two. They think this one I think is pretty good. The Rodriguez one, I don't know. We'll see what they want to do there. Michael Johnson, brother. Who should Michael Johnson fight? 39 years old. Now, like, I didn't really put much thought. I thought of who he should fight, and I got the person, and then I was like, oh, maybe they won't do this. And so I didn't come up with another person, which maybe I should, but a fight that I think is pretty good is I think they should run back the Hernandez Johnson. The reason I think they might not do it is because of the first reason this fight got canceled is because of betting lines changing. I think Johnson was the underdog and turned into the favorite because a lot of people were betting on him as the underdog. They thought it was weird, so they scrapped the fight thinking it was going to be the whole betting scandal again. So I don't know if they're going to do this again based off the betting scandal. But if they do, maybe they should just make the bets like a pick'em so that you can bet on either guy. And, no one's really cheating with one of them being the underdog. But I think this is a banger fight. I'm a bit scared for Johnson seeing that he just got knocked out. But I think but Hernandez is pretty dang good. And, yeah, it's a fight. I think they should just rebook this fight again. And this should be a pretty banging stand-up match. And I don't count Johnson out, to be honest. I know he just did get chin, but he styled on Zellhuber, which we found out's not that good. And, I guess, well, I don't know, man. This is what I think they should do. And then Drew Dober. What do we do with Drew Dober? Like a lot of people say, there's one man that got away from him, and there's one man that got to the rankings and got past him. Now, thinking back, okay, let me just... Jalen Turner, dude. They should just do this. People are saying Jalen Turner got past Drew Dober. But now, thinking now, dude, I probably should have came up with a second one for this thing because I don't think Drew Dober really wants to fight another black guy because the memes are just going to get worse. Just if he keeps knocking out these guys, it's just going to get worse for him, and they're going to be like, dude, this is so true. So, but also, regardless, for the memes, I think this would be a sick fight. Jalen just beat Barboza. This is a fight outside the rankings. Yeah. I don't know. For the memes, I think this would be a sick fight. Jalen, honestly, I don't know. He's got the height and the reach on Dober, so. But with the power of Drew Dober, you never know. So, this is a bit of a meme fight. I should have came up with, This is a real... Okay, bro. Now I'm just sounding like racist. I hope not. I don't know, man. I should have came... when I say I should have came up with another fight, I'm not trying to sound like I should have put a white person in there. I should have came up with something that Drew Dober might want to accept. Because I don't know if he wants to fight another black person, knock him out, and then put it on his highlight reel for all the memes. You know what I mean? So... But I think this would be a sick fight still. I still think this would be a sick fight regardless. But, yeah, we'll see what Drew Dober does next, man. We'll see what he does. Rob Font. Now, he's on 2-fight skid now. He looked good against Matsumoto, and he got up from those. He got up from Matsumoto. And from, the takedowns, I mean. And then he fought David Martinez, where he did lose. But it was a not close, but it was a decent fight. And then he comes to this one and gets taken down, can't get up, can't stop the takedown. So he didn't get to really see much of his striking. I see people saying this guy should go to the PFL, as in just cut him from the UFC, because what the piss. But I don't know, he's ranked 13. He might just get kicked straight out of the rankings, or he might get dropped down to 14 or 15, but he might just get kicked straight out of the rankings. Now, I think regardless, win or lose, his opponent that I'm going to give him, win or lose, I think they should still do this. They should do Rob Font versus Davy Grant. Davy Grant's fighting some guy in the Apex at the end of April? I think that's on the Buckley card, right? Oh, damn. Yeah, it's literally a month and a half away, Davy Grant's fight, but... If Davy Grant beats him easily, he's going to be in good shape and could take a Font fight in the future. Or Rob Font might just have to sit out and wait for Davy Grant to be ready. Win or lose, I think they should do this. Just like two old heads going at it. I think Davy Grant 39, Font's 38. So just two unks going at it. I feel like that'd be a decent fight. And honestly, I think I'd pick Davy Grant to beat that dude. Depending how he looks in his fight. But win or lose, I think he should do this fight next regardless. If Rob Font's out of the rankings, I think they should do it regardless. And if Rob Font's still in the rankings and Davy Grant wins, I think they should do it. Actually, no, because then Davy Grant on a 1-fight win streak. I don't know, man, bro. I don't know, dude. But I just think this would be a nice unk fight, you know. Just give Ron Font an unk, give Davy Grant an unk, because he's fighting some young guy now again too. He fought Charles Jourdain. Now he's fighting like a young guy again, so give him an unk, have a little scrap, you know what I mean? Anyway, bro, that's that. Rouse Rose Jr. Boring, no ground and pound, no finishing ability at all, bruh. Literally held a body lock the whole time and just wanted to get takedowns on Raw Fun. People are like, oh my gosh, Raul Roses Jr. got 16 takedowns. Yeah, that means you couldn't hold the guy down, bruh. You should have 3 takedowns in a fight and take him down every round. Or just 1 takedown in a fight, take him down and submit him. But he got 16 takedowns. It meant he couldn't hold him down, but he could literally just trip him every time. So, I don't know. I'm not impressed. I thought it was boring. I think he's boring in general. I think his only claim to fame is he's like super young. Anyway, I got 2 opponents for him. And I'm setting him up here, bro. So he's going to get ranked off of Rob Font, 15, 14, 13, one of those numbers. And so I'm trying to set him up here. Someone in the rankings he's got to fight, and I think someone below, in front of him, a little bit in front of him. So I'm gonna give Raul Roses Jr. A fight he should get a finish in, right? Vinicius Oliveira, because we just saw what Mario Bautista did to Oliveira, made a quick, easy work of him. You know what I mean? So I think Raul Roses Jr., since he loves to be a grappler, I think they should do this. Raul Roses Jr. can take Vinicius Oliveira down. Vinicius has no ground game, and Raul Roses Jr. should be able to finish him. I'm setting him up for a finish if he can get the takedown on him. I don't hate it. It's like number, 12 or 10 or 11, and then he's going to be ranked. I don't hate this fight, but if they don't want to just do that, I also, maybe Kyler Phillips. Kyler Phillips is just mid. Like, who the piss has he beat? He literally lost. Wait, he lost to Rob Font, and Raul Roses Jr. beat him. Maybe he shouldn't. I don't know, bro. I was just trying to find people low in the rankings that they should do without giving him, like, Mario Bautista, and he gets, like, the number 8 ranked guy or something like that. You know what I mean? I want him to fight low in the rankings for how boring he is, and I'm trying to give him fights that he could get a finish in, because if he takes Vinicius down, that's an easy finish. Honestly, Kyle Phillips, he probably would just go to a decision and beat him. So maybe we'll just do Vinicius so that he can get a finish, or Vinicius can chin him. This fight pissed me off, dude. I was so bored at this fight. Now we get to the co-main, Rainier de Ritter. 2-fight skid now. He did lose to Allen in Vancouver. I saw that one. Health issues, which I think were valid as an excuse, I guess. But in this fight, he did look tired, but he definitely did a lot better than the Vancouver one, obviously. But who should he fight next? I'm trying to think of who I put. But I think he's got to fight someone below him. Oh my days, I just realized my screen's cooked, dude. Their head's been cut off the whole time. Oh my days. Okay. Well. Who should Rainier de Ritter fight next? I honestly don't know who I put. But I know who I didn't put, and I low-key should put it. No, I don't know. Oh! Okay. So, let me explain this, okay? Because you guys are probably going, why CLD? This guy's unranked, right? I was going to say, so I just thought of the second I said they should rebook the Vancouver main event, the de Ritter versus Hernandez fight, right? That way Hernandez, it's like 8 versus 6 or 7 versus 8 or something is what they're ranked. So, honestly, they're close in the rankings. They honestly could just rebook that. Damn, okay, wait. Maybe they should do Hernandez versus de Ritter. But de Ritter shouldn't fight. The only problem is I don't think de Ritter should get to fight up, obviously, because he's on a 2-fight skid. So, I'm torn. But I was going to say de Ritter should fight the winner. So, CLD's fighting Roman Dolidze, right? and Dolidze's ranked like number 10 or 9. And so I was like, De Ridder should fight the winner of that because I think he would smoke Roman Dolidze. But then I was like, wait, I'm using my brain, and CLD is going to absolutely cook Dolidze. CLD is going to make easy work of Dolidze, bruh. So I'm going to go with CLD is going to win the fight. He's going to get ranked like number 10 or something or 11. And then I think they should do this fight because De Ridder's going to do his goofiness and CLD's going to do his spinning, whatever the heck he likes to do. Not goofy, but like interesting style. And I think this would low-key be a banger of a fight. Sorry, I don't know if it'd be a banger of a fight, but I think this would be a good fight for De Ridder next. If they want to do the Hernandez one, I'm very interested in the Hernandez De Ridder too. That fight too, I'm very interested in. But yeah, I think CLD, when he beats Dolidze, he'll be ranked, and they'll both be like close to just outside the top 10, in the top 10, high ranked in the top 10. So I think this is not a bad fight. As for Barallo, who did he call out? Dricus? I guess you could do Dricus, but he's ranked number 7. I think they should do Kaio versus Allen, bro. Now, why? Well, Allen got De Ridder wasn't himself in that fight. If De Ridder fought like he did against Barallo, it would have definitely been a different fight, closer fight. But I feel like Allen kind of got like a free win with De Ridder's health conditions he was in. So I don't think, I think he should fight down in the rankings. And I think he's ranked like 4 or 5 or something. So I think Barallo shouldn't fight like the number 1 guy, Dricus. Allen versus Dricus would also be a banger, but I don't know if they're going to do that. So I think they should just do Barallo versus Allen for those reasons. Moving on. What's up for the 2 main event, guys? Let's get this done. Max Holloway. Listen, they haven't updated his photo, bruh. So, yes, he has the BMF title on his shoulder, all right? They haven't updated it. Max Holloway, who should I fight next? I got 2 opponents for Max and Charles. For Max, I would have loved to see this fight for the BMF belt. This would have been a sick fight for the BMF belt. Like Max versus BSD for the BMF belt. That would have been sick. But even if they just want to do rankings-wise, well, now it would be rankings-wise because the BMF's not on the line. I think this would be a sick fight. BSD's a marauder, likes to just run at you and swing. I think Max would, love that. But there's also the threat of BSD taking him down. But he's not as good as Oliveira, so it wouldn't be, it wouldn't be easy takedowns for Benoit because he's not as good as Charles, the way Charles got the free, easy takedowns, right? So I think this would be a banger. And if they want to do something else with Benoit, which I'm going to get to, the problem with this next one I'm going to give is that, okay, I think a banger fight would be Max Holloway versus Dan Hooker. Now, the reason why this probably won't happen, because they're just going to stand and bang, dude. The reason this won't happen is because Dan Hooker's ranked number 7 or 8 now. And he literally fought just the number 1 guy, Arman Sarukian. And then he fought Benoit, who's pretty close ranked to him. And I don't think Dan Hooker should fight the number 3 guy off of 2 losses. I don't think he should fight up in the rankings technically. So that's why I don't think the fight would happen, but I think this would be a sick fight if this did happen. I think this would be sick. And so if Benoit is busy with another fight, I think Max versus Dan would be sick. But otherwise I think they should do Max versus Benoit. That would be a sick fight. As for Charles Oliveira in the main event, the main event winner, the new BMF champion, I think they should just strip the BMF champion, get rid of it entirely. It's chopped, it's cooked, it's over. I think they should just get rid of it. And so I think Charles should be ranked number 3, I think he is now. I think Charles should put his ranking on the line and not the belt. The belt should be gone. I think Charles should put his ranking on the line. And this is what I was saying. They should do Max versus Dan Hooker. Maybe. They might do Max versus Pimblett. Who knows? But if they don't do Max versus Benoit, I think they should do Benoit versus Charles Oliveira. Because this would be a sick fight. Because I could see Benoit possibly catching Charles, but I could also see them grappling, and it would be very entertaining if they're grappling, I'll be honest. Like they would be more of a scramble, I mean, like that. Because they're both pretty good. So I think Benoit should fight one of these guys regardless, is what I'm saying. Rankings wise, I think you should get like a guy up the rankings, and this is number 3 and 4. So I think you should fight one of them. But I had a second opponent for both of them because obviously they both can't fight Benoit. So if Benoit does fight Max, Charles needs an opponent. And with Ilya fighting Gaethje, which I might put a video out on the White House card, a quick little video, a little reaction type thing. If they do that fight, Oliveira will need someone. They're going to have Topuria versus Gaethje in June. And Ilya won't be ready to fight probably till like December. He takes long breaks. So he's probably going to be ready till like December, January. And so I don't think Oliveira wants to sit out that long. Not that he's getting the title shot. But I mean, Arman Tsarukyan. I don't think Arman should be sitting out till December, which be a year from Arman's fight, waiting for the title shot. I think they should do Oliveira versus Arman 2. No BMF title. BMF title's gone. So, no BMF title on the line. Arman versus Charles Oliveira 2. That way, I guess Charles can get his get back. Because it was a close fight in the first one. Or Arman just makes it way more cleaner and way more obvious that he won the fight. Because it was a split decision the first time. So, either Arman just shows how dominant he can beat Oliveira. Or because I don't think Arman should wait out for the title shot. I think he should have one more fight since. And I think that would be sick. They could also, this is like, I also think if they do this, bruh, this would be a sick fight, like a number 1 contender fight, Arman versus BSD. And then Max is left with Dan Hooker and Oliveira's left with no one. So I guess I should have came up with a third because I honestly think this would be a sick fight, these two. But that's what I came up with, man. You know, I'm not going to be making, this is my first next fight to makes types video, so I'm not going to come up with banger fights to think of right away, so my bad if some of these are like absolutely chopped and you think they're not good, but I think some of these are sick. What are my favorites? You know, my favorite fights that they should make next. I think this is a banger fight to make next. I think this is a banger fight to make next. This is a decent one, and I think this one's a banger to make next. So, you know, there's a couple good fights here that I crafted up, I feel like, but otherwise, yeah, man, that's that. Charles is the new BMF champ. I won't get into all the stuff, bruh, about him grappling. I just felt like the grappling was I just feel like they should have done only strikers for the BMF belt because now we're in this situation where a grappler has it. And where if he fights a striker is going to be able to out-grapple him. And if he fights a grappler, it's going to be a grappling BMF belt. And it's not going to be as entertaining. I think the peak of the BMF belt was Gaethje Holloway. I think that was the peak of the BMF belt. Like, the Dustin Holloway one was decent after. But I think I'm going to do a video ranking the BMF fights. Yeah, I think I might make a video on that. We'll see. I got to do some tape study and rewatch a couple of them. Like I haven't watched Jorge Diaz in a long time. I haven't watched Justin Poirier. Gaethje Poirier 2 for a while because I don't like seeing Dustin get slimed out. But I might rewatch those and rank all the BMF fights. But we'll see. We'll see. But that's what I think, boys. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And I'm going to see you guys in... I'm not going to do a prediction video for Vallejo's Emmett, the Apex fight. I might do one for London the week after. And I'm dropping a prediction video for Seattle because I will be going to UFC Seattle. I got all my all my Seattle events I went to on my poster there. So there's Cejudo Song that was in Seattle, DeRitter Allen that was in Vancouver. I went to Marab versus Yan and Pantoja versus Van, and then I put the poster up of Adesanya versus Piper because that's the Seattle one I'm going to next. So yeah, man. That's that. I'll catch you guys in the next one. We're gonna probably drop a White House reaction card, just breaking down the fights real quick time, nothing crazy, but yeah, I appreciate if you guys watched this far. I appreciate y'all. Deuces.